Hey guys, it's Jet888 here. It is 9/9, September 9th. Imagine that, 9/9. I just wanted to show you something before we get started. Here is my Windows 10. See the little bottom right-hand corner? Look how Microsoft is interjecting their little psychological operations, that black ribbon. They always put little symbols and images. They just shove it onto your computer. They're giving a little alert there for the rain, which isn't even that bad right now. Obviously, maybe someone's saying it's raining super hard in California. San Diego, it's been a nice consistent rain. But anyhow, this is a watercolor I did many years ago. I can't remember how long ago I did it, but regarding that black ribbon, I just asked, and here it says a black ribbon is a symbol of remembrance or mourning. I mean, we got a lot of reasons to, I'm sure a lot of people are mourning right now. If you remember my last, I think 2 videos ago regarding Artemis, remember just the numbers behind that and all the coincidental little anagrams. Well, here's another little article. Artemis launch. NASA gets ready for its next attempt at liftoff. And here, September 9th, that's today, that's 9/9 by him, Liam Tung. Oh, look, and he did another one on the 6th. So that's 9/6. So they have Apollo. And they have Artemis. Are you guys aware that those guys are twins, Artemis and Apollo? They love their Greek mythology. So isn't that interesting? Artemis, goddess of nature, childbirth, wildlife, the moon, the hunt, sudden death, animals, virginity, young women, and archery. So, geez, seriously, Artemis. You guys saw my video the other day about Assembly Bill 2223. It's literally an infanticide where they're allowing in California people to kill their babies 1 month after birth. So there you go. She's the goddess of childbirth and sudden death and the hunt. What could go wrong? There she is getting ready to take out an arrow, probably to kill this little thing she's got in her hands, her little deer. And of course, you've got the black and white checkered flooring there. Oh my God. So these two lovelies were born on the island of Delos. Delos? That's my anagram for Delos is OLEDs. OLEDs, and those are an organic light-emitting diode, also known as organic electroluminescent diode, is a light-emitting diode in which the emissive electroluminescent layer is a film of organic compound that emits light in response to an electric current. That could be us. And what's weird, when I looked a little bit more into this, it goes into entanglements. It talks about polymers. And look, entanglements, it says here, derived from the word reptile. Reptation, derived from the word reptile. Reptation suggests the movement of entangled polymer chains as being analogous to snakes, slithering through one another. They love their snakes. And I looked up polymers. Greek poly means many and mer is part. So many part. And look at this. Doesn't this almost look like that Morgellons stuff that people are kind of dealing with? Anyhow, it goes into the here's the helixes and the DNA and RNA. We've heard about the RNA lately. So this talks, and sorry I'm going all over the place, but this is, the whole thing I'm seeing is like all their polymers, entanglements, the OLEDs, all this electromagnetic stuff. Here it says a portable system such as smartphones. Of course, we've got the smartphones. That's part of the OLED devices for solid state lighting. The LED creates a light-emitting electrochemical cell. So do we. We do that too. It says here, the human body is made up of millions and trillions of ions, atoms, and molecules. These ions are nothing but atoms with one or more extra or missing electrons. Guess where I got this picture from? Doesn't it look like this polymer? Well, guess what? This picture is from Moderna. Look at those two. Derived from the word reptile. What is this? Let's see, which word is it that they say, not entanglement, I guess, entangled polymer melts or concentrated polymer solution is reptation. Reptation, derived from the word reptile. Reptation suggests the movement of entangled polymer chains as being analogous to snakes slithering through one another. Reptation, like Fauci's reputation is on the line because of his killing of millions of people. And here we go to see Moderna, aka our government, operating system, the power of mRNA, the science of mRNA. Remember that? Our scientists are developing mRNA medicines to help prevent or treat disease. And look at, they've got a little sine wave, little wave there. Remember I was telling you about the Genesis, the C sign, sine wave, and I feel like God is a frequency because he's energy, and these guys are messing, I think, with the frequencies. They're trying to play God. And still, even on Moderna's page, it says, we start with a protein. All mRNA medicines start with identifying a protein that is designed to prevent and treat a certain disease. Do you know, I don't think they did anything before the whole Rona thing came out. I don't think they'd done any. They didn't create anything. No shots, nothing. And here, look this. Idea. This is their graphic. Idea, arrow over to DC nomination. What is that? District Columbia? See, they're all in it together. And when I went to Moderna's website, they had this lady sitting at her desk, and look what was behind her. An old-fashioned, like an old telephone thing, because they know not to be on a smartphone. They have their little symbol for sequence editor. They've got their little symbol for pipeline. And look at one of these little Greek people called Prometheus. Got a forethought and crafty counsel, culture hero and trickster figure in Greek mythology. Where have we seen that? Prometheus is best known for defying the gods by stealing fire from them and giving it to humanity in the form of technology. I'm telling you what, technology is going to be our downfall. Knowledge and more generally civilization. In some versions of the myth, he is also credited with the creation of humanity from clay. Remember when I was talking about the water cleaning and how they were using ferrous chloride to get rid of the clay, or I guess to bind with clay? It had a biblical thing, I think. Prometheus became a figure who represented human striving, particularly the quest for scientific knowledge, because they'll stop at nothing to get their curiosity satisfied, and the risk of overreaching or unintended consequences. Unintended consequences. Maybe that's why I'm having this symbol shoved up my face, from my Microsoft, was that Windows 10. Yep, they want to show you the black ribbons because of all their unintended consequences. That's both that's unintended. I don't think that's unintended at all, what's going on right now. All the coffins and grave sites getting filled up. In particular, they're talking about Prometheus. He was regarded in the Romantic era as embodying the lone genius whose efforts to improve human existence could also result in tragedy. And look at, when you look at the word Prometheus, the anagram, hemi stupor. So hemi, it says it's necessary to bind oxygen in the bloodstream. You need hemi for that. It's a precursor for hemoglobin, which is necessary to bind oxygen to the bloodstream, so you can breathe. And stupor, So stupor is a lack of critical mental function and a level of consciousness in which an affected person is almost entirely unresponsive and responds only to intense stimuli such as pain. Look at that. Where have we seen this going on lately? So when you think of hemistupor, maybe it's like a blood clot, like something that can't move. And this is long, and I'll give you the link for this, but this was a district court. This is summary judgment, and it was talking about Myriad's claims. That's a lab, I guess, or a medical. So Myriad Genetics, illuminating the path to better health. Right. Well, anyhow, Myriad Genetics made some claim, or this is just a big lawsuit, and it was it says here, on remand in light of Mayo Collaborative Services versus Prometheus Laboratories Incorporated. Literally, like, this lawsuit was trying to basically say, because they've inserted some other RNA thing, like they're calling it cDNA here. What's this? It contains only the exons that occur in DNA. So basically, they're saying because they created or made up this patent that they basically have the ownership of it. And you know, the whole thing that we're seeing about the transhuman stuff. Let me go look for this my computer shut down, so all my windows were closed, but hang on.